morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So a lot's gonna happen in this episode at the new place. We're going to be putting the septic in. So we got the tank right there, 1,250 gallon tank. We've got the distribution box sitting on top of it. Dad's pushing the snow off where the leach field's gonna end up being. Going to be using infiltrators instead of pipe and stone, which infiltrators, you just snap them together, plumb up to them, bury them in the ground, and you're done. There's no pipe and stone to deal with. You don't have to put any fabric over the top. They make it pretty simple. And price-wise, they're about the same as a pipe and stone leach field. So just they're more convenient, easier to use, and they go faster. So we got little Richard here. We're going to use him to do the digging because he's got a 36-inch bucket, and that's how wide a trench we need for the infiltrators to sit down in. So it's going to work out great. We don't have a 36-inch bucket for the bigger machines, but really for a leach field, this is all the bigger machine you really need. So George is getting Micro Richard out right now, a little 17 Hyundai. And we need him to dig along the porch to put our one sewer line in to this end of the house, so he can get right up tight and personal with the porch with him and dig across there. And then we're probably going to stub in our gas lines because we came here this morning and it looks like they finally marked out all the fiber optics along the road. So hopefully, maybe sometime today, NIPSCO will stop and bore our gas back here to the house. Once we have gas and the sewer all hooked up, then we can pretty much move in. So we're getting close now. So hopefully within a couple weeks, maybe we can be living here. So it is mid-January now, so maybe by the end of January, maybe we can actually be living here. So we'll see what happens. So let's get started today and see what we can get done. Oh, we will also have to take the HX220 Hyundai and set the 1,250 gallon tank in the hole after we dig it with the 220. So that's something else we're going to be doing in this episode. We're going to be lifting that tank and setting it in the hole. Well, before we get started, we're going to do a little greasing here on little Richard. So if you're looking for a good cordless grease gun that doesn't break the bank, this SeeSii grease gun works really well. I've had it now for a while and been using it on different things, and it works real good. It even comes with a quick connect. I'll show you right here. That works really well. Try and do this one-handed, but this grease gun even has a headlight on it. So you can turn it on so you have light. Pumps pretty quick. Very well constructed. I like it. I'll put the link in the description below to this grease gun. Comes with 2 batteries and a really nice case. And I believe it's under $200. Grease is a little cold this morning, but still pumps it pretty good. There, it's coming out. Need to re-shim this bucket a little bit. Now I got to get the arc droid set up. I can use it to cut shims out for my buckets. So that'll be great. Finally got a plasma cutter to use that with. So, and we got 220 in the shop now, so be able to use the stuff to its full potential. Also, before we get started, we got this piece of flat plate we're going to weld across the bucket teeth so we get a nice smooth bottom for our infiltrators to sit on. So as soon as I'm done greasing, I'll get that welded on. Go ahead and get this welded on real quick here. This is a piece that I've had on here before. Okay, just goes right there. Looks good. No ground. little windy out here this morning. Looks pretty good. Well, I'll finish welding this up, and then we can get digging. Okay, we're going to take the 220 and dig the hole for the septic tank. Got it marked out. We have to be a minimum of 50 feet from the well, which we are. Frosty, just like I thought. Frost ripper. Broke up a little, fall out. Yeah, we're gonna have to crunch it up. Okay. sit the tank in the hole with the 220 now. Gotta get my bucket off here. So this tank weighs 12,000 pounds. The blocks we were stacking at the operator's competition weighed 3,600. Dustin's gonna rig us up. Goes. Back up a little bit. Ready? That's a lot of weight there, 12,000 pounds. Up?
Yeah, be alright.
Okay, so we decided since we got across the gas line with the sewer line, we'd just go ahead and get the gas line dug in. So I ran home and got the 24-inch bucket for the 220. It also works on the 200. I tried to do this with Micro Richard, and there's just too much frost in the ground, and I just didn't want to tear him up. I mean, he would chip through it, but I just didn't want to labor him too much. So figured go get the 24-inch bucket, and just dig it with a big machine. This big hoe peels right through it, no problem. We're just about to where the gas meter is going to go. A few more feet to go here, and we'll have it. This, being this was fill dirt and it's bare ground, it froze pretty good. You'll see, yeah, see. We're gonna separate that and we'll run that stuff over with the dozer and break it up and get it pushed back in. Get us some loose stuff to backfill with. Peel some of the chunks off the edge here. We're only putting 1.25 inch gas line in, so even 24-inch bucket's plenty. I should have went and got this bucket when we were digging the water lines in. There's some chunks in there, yeah. Put them over there. Sun's bright today, but that sun's warm. I want to get this done before it gets super cold again this coming week. That's not too chunky. We can backfill that. Camera comes in handy. Rocks. Get that out of there. Weird digging with this narrow bucket. I don't use it that often. Got to kind of recalibrate yourself to dig with it because you have so much more breakout force with it. Things move pretty quick. It moves pretty easy through the ground. Oh, thumb don't fit down the trench. Didn't think about that. Well, we've got our gas line rolled out up to there. Got the tracer wire with it. We're going to stop there for now. Go back and concentrate on the septic system. So I'm going to come around here and reach over and do a little bit of backfilling. This frozen dirt's just becoming a nightmare. Alright, we're going to dig this frost out between here and the Bilco door. It's not too frozen there. Yeah, we don't want to bury the packer. Dustin, I think you scored it and it broke. Scribed it, scored it. Tim can finish her up with micro Richard. There we go. Looks good. George will check the grade with the stick. Gotta get our grade just right. We don't want the debris to go too fast because you want the water to stay with the solid so it floats it out of the pipe. All cleaned out and get our pipe hooked up. Good morning, everybody. It's day 2 on the project. Yesterday we got quite a bit done, but we fought quite a bit of frozen dirt, so that took a little bit of time. Plus we had a few other things we had to do yesterday, so we had to leave here for a little bit. But anyways, we are officially hooked up to the tank, to the house. We've got our pipe in, connected to the first exit of the house right there, outlet of the house you can call it. We've got tracer wire with everything, so that if I want to dig any of this up, I just call my buddy that's got a locator for utilities, hook up to that tracer wire, and we're able to trace this pipe, and I'll be able to locate it and dig it up. Got clean outs at the house for easy clean out. So today we're going to start installing the actual drain field. So we'll be using the infiltrators to do that. They're pretty simple. You just dig a 36-inch wide trench, drop them in, lock them together, and we run pipe to them and plumb them up. These actually go in the ends. These are what caps them. So basically they just create a cavity underground, just like if it was pipe and stone under there, but less headache of pipe and stone, easier to install, and they go rather quickly. So all right, we're gonna get started. We got to draw a map of all this. We've got the drain field that goes out here, so we'll get that all put in today. We'll see how it goes. We might have to go get some fill dirt from out back to backfill with, due to the fact that everything is so frozen. We need some loose dirt to backfill with. So we'll see what happens. So let's get started today. Well, I'm going to get some backfill dirt under my pile out here. Backfill some pipe, because everything up there is so frozen. This is thawed out, and I need to add some fill anyways up there at the house. If you watched the video of the long reach that Hyundai Heavy Equipment put up, that they filmed with me here at my property, you'll see that this pile is pretty big in that video, and I was sitting on top of it with the long reach. I've hauled almost all that pile up around the house. I ended up needing that much backfill to raise the whole area around the house to make it the way we wanted it. So I moved a lot of that dirt out of here, which was nice because now it got me down to a sandier layer that I can run through the trommel. This stuff on top's got some clay in it, and it washes, but it don't wash real fast. So now that I'm in that sandier layer, it'll wash off quicker and I'll get cleaner stone. And it doesn't silt up my water as bad, my wash water. Because I do recycle my water, eventually it comes back around, it gets pumped back through the trommel. This has got rocks in it, but that's alright. Better than huge frozen chunks. Knock the frozen chunk off. Hard to find thawed ground this time of year. Especially up there on the house where there's no sod established yet to actually insulate the ground. If we would have got some snow, that would have insulated the ground and really helped, but we just haven't had any snow really. Maybe 3 inches at the most this year. Competition. This was one of the competitions, was to fill the haul truck, run and get in it, drive the course and dump it, see who could do it the fastest. I even got the old 690 running today. Figured it was a nicer, warmer day. Started up, filled the batteries up a little bit in it. Started right up. Did the typical John Deere 404 startup, but it started right up. No ether, no nothing. We're gonna put this right here behind the house. Distribution box installed. We're going to start digging for our feed lines out of that to our infiltrators. Trying to shave the ground a little bit, kind of break up what little frost is left. Today is a totally different story. Digging today. It's amazing what just a little bit of temperature difference overnight made. It was supposed to rain last night and it never did. Austin to run the stick for me, and we'll get that dug to final grade. Alright, we got that trench all finished up. Now we can get our pipes laid out, and we can start burying our infiltrators. First line of infiltrators. Go for the next one. So that's 52 foot right there. So now I'll just dig this next one and I'll throw the clean dirt on top of that last I'm going to take this dirt and put over the top of those. It's a little too frosty to do like I wanted to. chunk that falls on, it's not really going to hurt them. Up yet?
Jesus, yeah. Save the day.
Oh, I thought the pipe was hooked up.
No,
I couldn't see it.
Out of your way there. We left it out of your way right there.
Oh, no,
Trying to
yeah.
help you out.
Yeah.
Screwed me over there.
Sorry.
Trying to help you out.
Dustin will shovel it. Second row done. I'm gonna move over and get our third one going here. Right there. There.
Yeah, I thought so.
Hey, it's the only place we can find it.
You know,
Well, there we go. That is the last run. I thought we had one more, but this is actually the last one. I lost track of how many I had dug. So now we just got to backfill this. I'm going to get the big hoe and use it to get some dirt out of them piles and put in here. And then reach over and I'll organize some of that a little bit. But for those of you that are wondering, the amount of fall that is in the pipe from the house to the tank is 1/4 per foot. So there's 1/4 inch of fall per foot, which is about 2% on 4-inch pipe. So that answers that question. And then these are just in level. These are all level. And then there's some fall from the tank to those, but the infiltrators are in their level. And the distribution box actually makes all of this get equally fed. So that's pretty interesting. Well, now we can backfill. Got our tracer wire in. Got all our measurements to make the map. Dad's backfilling with Bobcat. I'm helping with the 220. Make sure we don't get any big rocks. The house officially has a sanitary system. Septic and leach field, or some call it a drain field. And it is oversized. I did that by my own choice. Put a larger tank, and I went more square footage with the drain field. It's not that big a cost to go a little larger. Dustin out there making Snapchats, TikToks, only two. guess I'll just have to wait till the next warm spell to finish grading it off. But we'll get it covered up enough that we can start using it. And once we get some grass established next spring and through the summer, that'll really insulate the ground and it won't freeze nearly as deep as it was. Plus, the sewer gases from the septic actually help to keep the ground thawed. You know, you think about it, you're constantly putting warm water and 50-degree water from the well ends up in there. And you got all those sewer gases and all the fermentation that goes on, or whatever you want to call it, that happens in the septic system. So that produces heat. That keeps everything fairly warm. Definitely helps. Let's see how froze this is. That's not too bad. We can use that. Oops. Mash some chunks up a little bit. So once it gets up and running, it won't freeze like it did. I'll just get Madison to take a bunch of hot baths, and that'll warm it up. Ooh, that's a little froze. The yard's gonna look like a bomb was dropped, but that's all right. Dustin's gonna put the lid on the distribution box. Probably gonna go get an extension for that. My buddy Dave Collins from Collins Septic Service said that he always puts an extension on them. I didn't even think about it. So you can get a concrete precast one for it. So I'm probably gonna get one of those. Get that put on it before we actually plant grass. That way it'll make it easy if we ever need to get in there. Alright, I'm gonna finish cleaning this up a little bit. Well, there we go. Septic is installed. One more big piece of the puzzle. This is what it is gonna be for a while. It's gonna be chunky. Hopefully into next week, they're calling for 35-degree temperatures. So hopefully the sun comes out, we get some 35 degrees. This stuff will thaw out and I can get on there with a dozer and grade it off and be done with it. It's not like I can plant grass anyways. Can't wait, or can't do that till spring. So it's not gonna hurt that this looks like this for now. At least though it is all sealed up and covered up. So as soon as we can get our gas, we can get moved in and we can start living here. So anyways, thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate it. And I want to thank all the guys that helped on this project. Couldn't have got it done that quick without you guys. So thank you for watching and have a good evening.